I'm going to review Deus Ex Human Revolution, the limited edition, PS3 of course. Now, this game is set in the year 2027, which is only 16 years ahead of where we are now in 2011, and that's a scary thought, because when you see the shit that's happening in this game, it's quite scary, and you can honestly see it happening in 16 years time. And it sees you playing as Adam Jensen, a former SWAT team member and current chief of security at Sarif Industries. Now, which is in Detroit, Michigan, one of the many cities that you go in, including Montreal and Shanghai. Well, you go to Shanghai twice. And it starts off with you doing this kind of shit. You're walking around the building, you're talking to the main characters, Megan Reed, your on-off girlfriend, your boss David Sarif, and your sort of friend Pritchard. And straight away, you get the sense that Megan Reed and her team are working on something they really shouldn't be working on, but they still work on it. And they're sort of hinting that they're making a breakthrough on something that could change the world. And then, as you're seeing here, people attack the building and steal Megan and her team and their research. And Adam gets thrown through a wall, shot in the head, and dies. And he gets heavily augmented and brought back. His entire legs, his back, his arms, his chest, his head, his eyes, everything. It's crazy what happens to him. And the scary thing is that this is only 16 years in the future. And they've brought the dead back. He was dead, basically, when they put him on the table, and they've brought him back. I think that's fucking scary, that in 16 years, possibly, we could be bringing the dead back. That frightens the crap out of me. Now, and as the rest of the story keeps on going, the story does get interesting. It's quite long, and it is really interesting. You get sent to different countries, continents. You're asking people of importance questions about what happened. You're getting little hints, bit by bit, as to what's happening, and I love that. It's great. And then you get the whole story of how Adam's trying to adjust to what's happening to him, try to come to terms with what's happening to him, try to move on from what happened on that night where he got killed. And he's trying to... And all these things have gone through his mind with all these different people that he's meeting, like his boss and Pritchard and Megan. He's questioning whether Megan is actually in the right for what she was doing, or whether she's actually secretly a part of this and she's kind of a part of why it got attacked. And if Sarif's hiding things that he shouldn't be hiding, and he knows more than what he's letting on, and whether he's lying or whether he's setting Jensen up for a trap, or whether the company itself is actually in on the attack just so it can cash in on publicity. It's weird. And if Pritchard really just wants to see you die because personally he just kind of has a grudge against you, it's weird. It plays on your mind a lot, all the different people you meet, whether you trust them or not. And that helps to get an augment right early in the game, which lets you analyse people. It's quite cool. But there's only one character in the game that you properly, truly trust, and that's Jensen's friend Malik, who's the pilot that flies you everywhere. And my cat's just came into the room. There he is. And she's the only person that you truly trust, and the trust for her gets to such a point that there's a part in the game where you can either choose to go on with the mission because it's a really important mission. It's either do or die, basically, the mission. Or you can and let her die so that you can get into the mission and do it really quick. Or you can stay there by yourself and fend off about 20 different heavily armed guards just so you can save her. It's really, really brilliant, that moral decision. And that played on my mind a lot. And I loved choosing to save Malik. It was great. It was worth it, really. And now on a proper gameplay. You obviously get guns, you get your handguns, your magnum, shotguns, assault rifles, SMGs and stuff, and you get stun guns and whatever. But and you can upgrade these weapons. Quite weird how deep this game goes. You can upgrade these weapons, put silencers on them, increase attack power, increase reload speed, etc, etc. The Magnum has the best upgrade, exploding bullets. See when you're fighting bosses and you've got exploding rounds in your Magnum, that and the stun gun are the best combination ever, basically. and when you're properly playing the game, and you're in a zone. There constantly throughout the game there's three ways to play it. You can either go in all guns blazing, which is the worst option, or you can open up vents and go around places, hack computers, turn sentry turrets against your enemies. That's the best way to do it. Or you can do the adaptive thing, where you can, if you've got the right augments, obviously that's what the whole game depends on, is if you've got the right augments. You can punch through walls to create paths, or you can lift heavy objects or move boxes and containers around to reveal new paths. It's all great, and it's just amazing. And you got your takedowns. Obviously, you can either do your silent takedowns, which is just like you just punch them in the face and knocks them out, or you can do your loud takedowns, which is where you're stabbing them with your elbow swords, which is so cool. I'll never forget that, elbow swords. And then the augments themselves are great. Like you obviously get experience points for doing certain things, and if you get enough experience points, you level up, and you get a practice point, and those are the points that you need to upgrade your augmentations and unlock new augmentations. Now, augmentations that you've already unlocked require one practice point to upgrade, but to unlock new augmentation you need 2 practice points, and that's a hell of a lot, by the way. Because like usually it's like 4,000 experience for a new practice point, or 2,000 sometimes, depending on when you complete a mission or not. And when you kill a guy, you get 20. And if you unlock a path that's previously hidden, you get 100. Later on in the game, you get like 200 in that, but every other time it's 100. You can buy practice points. You can only buy 2. Like every new limb clinic you find, you can only buy 2, which is quite annoying. It'd be good if they like restocked it all the time, because it would have been nice throughout the game to unlock every augmentation. And for some advice about some augmentations that you should unlock straight away. The Icarus landing system, you absolutely must unlock that, because see when you don't, see when you unlock it, you'll find yourself using it more than you actually thought you would. The eye enhancements, the retinal enhancements, so you can analyse people, and it makes conversations a lot easier. You must unlock that straight away, that helps. Punching through walls, lifting heavy objects, sprint faster, sprint for longer, unlock energy cells, recharge your energy cells. Your hacking levels, what's it called? Like when there's a augment for when you're hacking, you've got less chance of being detected. You must get that as well. There's a augment where you can reduce. It makes your running, your normal walking speed and your crouching speed, you make no sound at all. You must get that. You must get the one where you can see through walls. And you must get actually you shouldn't get the what's it called, the invisible one. I don't see the point in having that, because you can be invisible regardless. It's easy to be invisible without physically being invisible. I've not touched on graphics. Graphically, it's not as good as I thought it would be. I mean, like it's good, but then again, it's just like average, really average. I mean, like at times when it's making full use of the gold and black colours that it uses all the time, it's fucking stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. But then every other time it's just normal. And when characters are talking in the cutscenes, their lips aren't moving. Their lips are just going like that. They're like that. They're like cats. They're like cats at a window, chirping. It's fucking stupid, man. That's the only disappointing thing. And lasting appeal. The only lasting appeal I've got is this game kind of has the same effect as Mass Effect 2, because the story is so good, and yeah, it's ever changing. You can change the story however you want it to be, and that's what you basically do that in Mass Effect, obviously. And there's DLC. There's DLC for it. You get that shit. That increases the game's length time, and the trophies are really good. They can require a good couple playthroughs at least. The only thing I hated about like shit like this is that you can only see Adam Jensen's character when you're in cover. It's quite annoying because you didn't actually know what he looks like, unless you see cutscenes, obviously. And that's really it. And what I want to close off on is that I thought that all the missions that involved finding out about Jensen's past, Jensen's dark and mysterious past, that I thought that finding out about him personally was more better than the actual story itself. I don't know if that's a controversial thing to say or not, but I honestly thought that his backstory was incredibly brilliant, well thought out, and ingenious basically, and it was so much better than the actual story itself. So, I don't really have any criticisms about the game. I mean, there's a couple petty ones, like really petty ones, but it doesn't really change the score at all. So, in closing comments, I have to actually say that Deus Ex Human Revolution has an incredible story, an incredible set of characters, an incredible gameplay system, and an incredible look on the future, the recent future. My God. So, and I have to say it's an absolute must-buy. And with that, I have to say that Deus Ex Human Revolution, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. Which is, I don't even care what rating it is. I think it's outstanding, marvellous, incredible, just a genius, brilliant game. It's just amazing. It was everything I wanted it to be. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but overall, one of the best games I've ever played in my life. 9 out of 10. And that's it. Ah! Thanks for watching. Take care. Got to probably do more reviews soon, so take care. Love your PS3. And bye bye.